Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you for watching as we prepare for worship this Sunday. This will be Sunday, March 31st, our fourth Sunday in Lent. So this Sunday we get to hear the parable of the prodigal son, where a son goes to his father and says, "Father, give me what will be mine when you're dead. And I'm going to go as far away from you and everything that you know. I'm going to put everything of that behind, and I'm going to go and do things my own way." And then the son, when he encounters struggle and crisis, he returns. And the father receives him warmly. He wraps him in a robe. He puts a ring on his finger. He throws a party for him. And, I'm a Lutheran pastor. I talk about grace all the time. And yet I'm also an oldest son. And there is a part of me that really can identify with the older brother in this parable. The brother who's on the outside of the party looking in, saying, "Well, but I've done all of this time. And how can you just so quickly and easily welcome this child back in? Why doesn't he have to do something to be back into this relationship with you?" I can talk about grace all the time, but when it comes to grace as it gets experienced in somebody else getting something that's not fair, that can be a struggle for me. I know it's a struggle for me, and yet I understand it's the way of God. And I think one of the great things about parables is it invites us to see things from different perspectives. To be able to see this from the perspective of the son who has gone away. To see it from the perspective of the father. And to see it from even the perspective of the older son, who may be in the place where the Pharisees are, or maybe in the place where even like a person like myself can be. But what parables are, they're designed to show us what God is like. They point to the nature of who God is. God is a seeking God, a God who goes out and searches for a lost sheep, or a lost coin, or a lost son, who waits for them to return, and whose household is not complete until they do. And so God responds not the way I might respond, with saying, "Okay, here are the conditions you have to meet before you come back home." But instead, God responds with grace. So I invite you to come as we talk about grace, as we talk about the struggle that grace can be for us, but also the gift that it can be. So I invite you to join us. We worship this Sunday at 8:30 with our traditional worship, and 11 o'clock with our celebration worship. And I also will be continuing at 9:45 our class on the Psalms. So we'll be looking at how do we read Psalm 5 and 6, which are both Psalms of lament, Psalms where, God, where are you in the midst of this time? So again, thank you for watching as we prepare for worship this Sunday, and I look forward to seeing you there.